Good evening. The Black Queens draw Ecuador in their World Cup playoff opener. A violin worth $37,000 is still missing from a bus in the Pacific. Russia may be back in Olympic competition, which means football's governing bodies will have to decide what they think about that. And a prince, we are told, is not ready to forgive his brother. Some things return, some stay lost. Ghana's national women's football team has learned who they will face first in their bid to reach the World Cup. The Black Queens will play Ecuador when the tournament begins. The matchup was decided in a draw held on Thursday. It's part of the playoff phase for the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2027. This is the opening game of Ghana's campaign in the playoff tournament. Ecuador now stands between the Black Queens and their hopes of advancing to the main competition. The draw sets the stage for what will be a crucial encounter for both nations seeking a place at the World Cup. Ghana Business reported this. A man has been charged with trying to pass Ukrainian military secrets to Russian intelligence. Australian federal police arrested him on Friday in Sydney. He holds dual Russian and Australian citizenship. The charge is foreign interference. Police say he attempted to give information about Ukraine's military to people he believed were connected to Russian intelligence services. Australia has been a strong supporter of Ukraine since Russia's invasion. The country has provided military aid and imposed sanctions on Moscow. This is the first case of its kind involving alleged espionage related to the war in Ukraine. Straits Times reported this. There's been speculation that Prince Harry's return to Britain might repair his damaged relationship with his brother. But the Prince of Wales isn't ready to make amends. The hurt runs deep. He remains in no mood to forgive and forget. The rift between the two brothers shows no sign of healing. BBC News reported this. America's national debt has reached $40 trillion. That's a new record. The figure has doubled in less than a decade. Major Garrett discussed the milestone on the Takeout. The Trump administration is also pressing other countries to sever their economic relationships with Iran. Officials want nations to cut ties with Tehran. These two issues dominated the conversation. The debt figure represents money the federal government owes to bondholders and other creditors. The Iran pressure campaign aims to isolate the country financially. Both stories carry consequences for American taxpayers and for global trade relationships. CBS News reported this. America's war with Iran is burning through critical supplies of missile interceptors at an alarming rate. The stockpiles are running low. That's raising serious doubts among American allies about whether Washington can actually fight wars on multiple fronts at the same time. They're asking questions about capacity. The concern isn't just military. It goes to the heart of whether the United States can still enforce the global order it has guaranteed for decades. Allies who depend on American protection are watching these stockpiles closely. What happens in the Persian Gulf affects their own security calculations. WSJ World reported this. Washington's allies are wondering if the stockpile will last. In Sydney, police are wondering where a $37,000 violin has gone. A valuable violin has been left on a bus. The instrument is worth $37,000. Police are still searching for it. A 38-year-old man has been charged with theft in relation to the missing violin. The case involves the valuable instrument that was left behind on public transport. Police have not yet recovered it. RNZ reported this. Real wages in Australia continue to fall despite concerns about inflation and the cost of living. The latest figures show wages are not growing out of control. The labor market is also not as tight as some have claimed. Major corporations, however, are seeing their profits hold up well. The data contradicts warnings that wage growth is driving up prices. Workers are still waiting for their pay to catch up with rising costs. The gap between corporate performance and household incomes keeps widening. That means many Australians are going backwards financially even while they're in work. Guardian Australia reported this. Russia has been banned from Olympic competition for the past 3 years. The International Olympic Committee has now lifted that ban. The decision could have implications beyond the Olympics. Russia has also been excluded from major soccer tournaments run by FIFA and UEFA during the same period. Those organizations will now face questions about whether they should follow the IOC's lead. Russia was a significant presence in international soccer before the ban took effect. The country hosted the World Cup in 2018. Russian clubs were regular participants in European competitions. No timeline has been announced for any potential return to soccer's latest stages. CBS Soccer reported this.
A basketball player is facing criticism over a social media post about white privilege. Dejonai Carrington, who plays guard for the Chicago Sky, has been involved in an on-court confrontation with Sophie Cunningham of the Indiana Fever. The incident has sparked ongoing controversy. Carrington has now responded to her critics. She's told them to do their research about the post. The dispute continues to generate attention across professional women's basketball. BBC Basketball reported this.
A son who doesn't work is paying $500 a month for health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. He gets no government subsidy to help with the cost. His situation has raised questions about how the system decides who qualifies for help. Some people with significant wealth but little taxable income on paper still get subsidies to lower their premiums. The concern is whether the current rules are fair. Families who report higher incomes may end up paying more than others who have greater resources, but structure their finances differently. The debate touches on how government assistance programs measure who needs help and who doesn't. MarketWatch reported this.